I don't know how to explain the feeling when I heard that. I wasn't sure if it was saying sure as in yes, because sometimes we do use sure as in yes, sometimes we use sure as in no, sometimes we use sure as in meh, we'll see. Don't know which one it was because the voices come through kind of mechanical like, so there's no tone to it. But what I can tell you is right after sure. Now, anybody who's been done ghost hunting can tell you there is a darkness that is darker than pitch. Pitch black is not as dark as it can get. It can get darker. Right after I heard sure, it got darker. Somebody was standing directly in front of me. And I said, who is standing in front of me right now? If it was an investigator, they would have said, sorry, I didn't realize we were so close. Because it's dark, we can't see each other. They don't know where I'm standing, and I don't know where they're at. But if it was an investigator, they would have heard me because they were so close. Like, the best I can do is like my hand to my face right now. That's how close it was to me. It was all in my face, like it was trying to go toe to toe. First of all, if there was a human that close, we would have smelled each other's breath, and we would have heard each other breathing. I'm big still, guys. I may have lost a substantial amount of weight, but I'm still big. You can hear me breathe. Um, they would have answered me if they were standing right there. So nobody answered me, and instead of waiting and finding out what was going to happen next, somebody in the room decided to turn their flashlight on and end the entire session that we were having. Not too happy about that, but people are going to do what they're going to do. When I went back in there later that night, nothing really happened. I heard some footsteps, and um, we got a couple K2 hits, but um, at one point somebody had asked a question, and I can't remember what it was. But the voice box really did say Richie. Nobody reacted, so I kept my mouth shut. I didn't say anything. I was hoping somebody else would, but it said Richie. I don't know if there was an inmate named Richie or if they were saying something directly to me because of what happened earlier that night. But I heard my name there and in the chapel. The chapel was fun. I had my spirit box out in the chapel, and a lady had come in, sat down, and asked me if she could join. I'm like, sure, go ahead. I didn't care. And she said, what's your name? And back to back, 3 times, we heard asshole, asshole, asshole. And I said, who are you calling an asshole? And then I said, hold on, we're in a chapel, so you need to watch your mouth. And then we heard asshole again a few minutes later. We didn't get too much out of it. The spirits weren't very cooperative this round, which it happens, guys. It really does. You can go into a location one night and get scratched, punched, choked, possessed, see a full body apparition, and then go back the next night and in silence. Absolutely nothing happens. That's just the name of the game. We don't understand how the spirit world works. We don't know what it takes for them to do all that stuff. We really don't. Um, and it was quiet for me and the people I was with. It could have been active for other people who were there. I have no clue. I mean, like I said, I did hear things. I was standing in the West Cell block outside the Go DJ cell, Little Wayne's Go DJ music video cell. It's still painted gold. I'm in cell 60 and it looks like go. That's why they used it. Um, but I was standing there working on getting some stuff together, and on one of the upper tiers, I heard it sounded like running, and there was enough light coming in from the parking lot. When I looked up, I didn't even see a shadow, so I obviously heard disembodied footsteps. Um, didn't hear any voices. There was a couple of times where I walked, like walking through solitary. I got super lightheaded. Like the people I was with, I literally had to tell them, "Hold on, I need a minute." And I leaned up against the wall and I just dropped my head, breathed, and I told them that I was dizzy, so they got me out of there. Um, by the time I turned the corner to the west side of solitary, I was good. We go down in the sub basement. It felt heavy, but I'm used to that down there because it always feels heavy. But the woman that I was with down there, um, she's got like white as a sheet. And I could see that her energy had been drained and she did not feel good. And she told her husband what was going on with her. And I say, we need to go. And she's like, no, I want to stay. I said, and I just completely took charge. I said, no, you need to leave. Get out of this basement now. In my experience in the sub basement, which is original solitary confinement, if you're feeling some kind of way, you need to leave because something much worse is getting ready to happen. Most places in the prison you can go and it's just fine. You get that feeling, stay. I will. That is, I almost never say get out. We need to go. I will never say that. Let me rephrase. I almost never say that. At that moment, I had to say that. I said you need to go because I've had experience with women down there getting hurt after they've had their energy drained when they're feeling some kind of way. So when that happens, we gotta go. You may not like it, but we gotta go. I looked at her husband. I said, I'm sorry that I kind of shot demands out right there. I said, but I've been here. I worked here for 4 years. I know how it is down here. She needed to go. So we did. And she started feeling better. Hmm. Other than that, it was just random footsteps, heavy feelings. The feeling you get, everybody gets in that prison. You know you're being watched every. I didn't get to spend any time in the administration part of the building, which is fine. But I've had quite a few experiences there, so I would have liked to have gone there. I'm hoping to get on the June 3rd hunt there. It is the day after my birthday, and it is a full moon. So that will put a lot of energy in the air. So if you can, try to get on the June 3rd hunt. For full details of my other experiences at the Reformatory and several other places, you can check out my book, Journey into the Unknown, My Experience with All Things Paranormal by Richie Grubbs. It is available on Amazon. You will have to, once you can type in my name, Richie Grubbs, and go to the filters and filter it through the books, and it usually is the first one to pop up. You can also follow my page on, or join my group, I should say, on Facebook, Journey Paranormal Society Mansfield. Hit the subscribe button for this video. On this video, follow this page. There will be more coming. There's going to be, whether I catch anything or not, I will upload the video so you can at least go along with my investigation and you can hear what I'm doing. And maybe you guys will hear something that I didn't. It happens. Let me see. I think that's all I got for you. So, that's it for tonight. Stay spooky, my friends.